there, friends. Welcome back to my channel. This is Dominique from the Pixie Planner. And as you can see here, I have a beautiful stack of planners. So what I want to do today is go through my favorite weekly planners that I have tried over the past year. So these planners are going to be half of them are going to be from 2018, but they pretty much are same format and style for 2019. So I'm going to go ahead and flip through each one, and I'm not going to go into detail only because that would take forever. But if there's a particular planner that you would like me to go in more detail about, let me know down below in the comments, and I would be more than happy to make a video on that. So what I'll do is I'll kind of give you a breakdown of why I enjoyed using it and show you how I did some planning in each one, as well as a blank page. Since everyone's planning style is very different, you can at least see a blank page to have a better idea for your needs. So let's walk through each one by one. So I'm going to push this off to the side and we'll start with the top. So the Hobonichi Weeks. Now, I really had a lot of fun using my Hobonichi last year. It's just such a portable size, and I have a lot of fantastic covers that I've purchased for it just to kind of make it my wallet as well. Now, I'm not using it this year because I have decided to go to a cash envelope system. So I'm keeping that wallet completely separate. And I figured, you know what, I'm just gonna kind of leave this as a planner that I can do some stamping and have some fun with maybe some memory planning. So this is the one that I used last year, and I have a few blank pages here that I missed out on. I kind of skipped here and there, but for the most part, really love this planner so much. The paper, being Tomoe River paper, is so fantastic with especially fountain pens and watercolors. It does great with stamping. And you can see here I did some stamping. Now the thing with stamping, even though it doesn't bleed through, it will kind of shadow or do some ghosting. So when it comes to the Tomoe River paper, you do have to be okay with ghosting. You can kind of see here through the other page, it peeks through. So I really enjoyed using this because I could use a variety of of my crafts. So my stamps, my watercolors, any pen that I wanted to use pretty much. And for myself, I don't have a busy schedule that requires like hourly tracking. So here, let me find another blank page. There we go. So I found that it was plenty of space for me to add like the highlight of the day, the big thing that I needed to remember, whether it was my work schedule or if I had an appointment. And then I had plenty of room to jot down very specific tasks that needed to be done for that particular day. On the side here, I just had a running task list for things that weren't necessarily day sensitive, but I knew I wanted to get them done during the week and just keep track of what day I did them. So this was it was a great layout for me, for my needs at that particular time. Now, of course, like everyone, there's certain weeks that are busier than others. So this can feel a little bit cramped at times, but for the most part, I had no issues with it. If I needed more space, I just used a sticky note and I just kind of put it right in there. So each week looks just like that. I'll show you one of the months, and I'll show you kind of a blank one here. So the months are, again, pretty decent space. I do have a little bit larger handwriting normally, but I was able to make it a little smaller to fit well enough. And I kind of went a little bit more out with my months with stickers, but you can kind of see here as far as my writing, it fit really well, really nicely. But again, I'm not overly busy. I don't have children. So this worked for me because of that. Just kind of basic appointments and needs. In the back, you do have plenty of empty note pages. I did not make use of them, but you've got that extra stuff. So plenty in the back. But as far as a wonderful portable planner, I really, really enjoyed the Hobonichi weeks. So moving on to the next one, I have my Simplified planner. This was the first year that I had tried the weekly Simplified planner, and I really enjoyed this one as well. Pretty much every single one of these I enjoyed, like flat out loved. As far as the Simplified planner goes, it's a wonderful portable size again. So I was most drawn to that aspect. I heard that the paper quality was outstanding. It's the Mohawk paper, if you're familiar with that. It's got a little bit of a texture, like a toothiness to it. And the smell is fantastic. I heard people say that all the time, and I was like, what? Why does that matter? And then I got this, and I smelled the paper, and then I was like, oh, okay, all right, that's why. It smells fantastic. It's a lay flat binding, so it's awesome that you just prop it right open, and I didn't have to break this in or anything. It just automatically went to this beautiful lay flat. There's not that lump in the center that makes it awkward when you're writing. It's fantastic. So I used this for almost 6 months, and I enjoyed it while I was using it tremendously. What bothered me, and it's more because I'm a visual person, and you would think that these color codes would be enough for me, but I like to see lines dividing things. So when I had, and I'll kind of show you here, so this is a week that I had done. When I look at this, my eye just sees a bunch of scattered wording. And so color coding is very helpful for it, but I feel like if it was separated, it might be a little bit less overwhelming to my eyes, and I may be just totally weird about this. But again, my eye doesn't know where to go. And it's just this little color box here with the writing that shows you what day it actually is. So it's not as standout to me. And me being a very visual person, I need that definitive standout. Okay, this is Monday, this is Tuesday, kind of sectioned off a little bit more. So that's the main reason why I didn't stay in this planner. Now, I used stickers here to cover up. If you see here, get a little closer, there's a tiny little pot there to signify your main meal for the day. So I don't track my meals, so I use stars there to keep track. This week it was specifically my dog. She was not feeling too good that week, so I wanted to keep track of, you know, that, or, you know, something that I was grateful for. So with her being a little bit better, that was something I was grateful for here. You know, making a difference in my patients' lives, health insurance. So I put a gratitude in those boxes. I've also kept track of my spending in these boxes too. So this again was so much fun to use, to have things simplified. So on the left-hand side here, I also did like an AM and PM split up, and I would track my appointments when I had them that way, and then with my list of tasks to the right. So I love the flexibility that this area gives you, to where you can, you know, put in the times if you want, you can do journaling there if you want, you can do whatever you want. So I really enjoy the simplicity of this layout. And in the back, which is awesome compared to the daily planner. The daily does not have note pages in the back, but in the back here, you get quite a few note pages. So I was very, very happy about that, even though I don't really use it that much. It kind of gave me peace of mind knowing that it was available for me to use. So I'll show you one of my weeks. So I'll kind of show you here. I did some color coding for some of my specific events, but generous size box. I love the simplicity tip that she gives at the top of each month. It's just great reminders for you to be a little bit more mindful in areas or to help simplify your life by decluttering certain sections of your home so things don't build up and become too overwhelming. So I really enjoyed that simplicity tip. But overall, this was just such a delightful planner to use. Again, portable. I love the size, the feel. I mean, this is a sturdy planner. And I mean, she just does not cut corners with her quality. So huge fan of the Simplified Planner Weekly. Now, my next one is a company that I just discovered last year. And she used to be J. Lynn Designery. She is now Workspacery. And they did come out with a 2019. It is a little bit updated. They made the coil a little smaller and the profile is a little bit slimmer, although this was a very portable planner for me to use. I really enjoyed this one a lot. And what I loved most was her color theme. I don't know what it is, but pastels to me are just so soothing, and I mean, everything that I love in colors. So she has just beautiful color palettes, and I was very, very excited about that. So in her planner, she keeps things very simple and neutral as well, very much like Emily Lay. She will, in the front here, have some goal planning pages. Emily Lay and Hobonichi, they do not have goal planning pages. So if you're looking for a planner that has a little bit of that involved, but not too much to where it can be too overwhelming, this is just a fantastic planner. Now again, in her 2019, this is updated, streamlined a little bit differently, but pretty much same idea. So she has her goal plan in the front, and she breaks it down by quarter, and I love that because I am especially someone who gets very overwhelmed with goals, and I lose track very easily and I fall off. So having it split up into quarters to make it feel less overwhelming is just, it's a life changer for me. And she also has at the end of, let me see here if I can find it. I'll have to look through here. But she has at the kind of midpoint of the planner, I'll find it and show you. At the midpoint of the planner, she has a check-in for the goals as well. So love her goal planning there. Now, even though this starts in January, she includes a December layout, the monthly and weeks for December, even in her new one. So I love that because I certainly get antsy when I have to wait till January to start a new planner. So I just love that she adds that in here. Very beautiful, simple monthly layout. She has the holidays here. I do wish that it was in a lighter coloring. So it's a little bit, it's not black, but it's a darker charcoal. I wish that was a lot more faint, almost like a transparent kind of look that some planners have. So I don't know what it looks like on the new planners, but that is one thing that was kind of one of my things about the planner. I think that was probably the only thing about the planner. So when you flip to the month, okay, you're gonna have, instead of flipping straight to the monthly spread, you're gonna have a blank piece of paper or a blank spread on the front. And I love this because I like to make a master list or like a master brain dump list. And that's exactly what I used this particular section for. So I enjoyed that I had a spot that was away from my weekly, away from my monthly, where I can just be messy if I want to and not have it mess up those other sections. So I enjoyed having this extra note page. I do wish that it was still tabbed to where you open up to the monthly, but you know, then you would be missing out on that, which I guess is okay, but you know, I think this is great. And then you turn to the month, and I did a little bit of color here so that it would really pop out, you know, as far as my tasks, bills, and all that, and enjoyed it. Now here for my week, I kept it nice and simple, and what I really enjoy, here, let me fold this in half. What I enjoy about hers, kind of like I was saying that I did with my Emily Lay, I would do an AM and PM section. And if it was time sensitive, then I would go ahead and put the time in there. And I really enjoyed having that separation. And then your tasks over on the right side. And then at the top here, I love that she included a section to write some notes. She did change the wording of this for her new planner. I forget exactly what it says, but it's pretty much the same idea. Your weekly focus will be at the top of the page. And then on the on the right side, she has an I'm grateful for. So it's wonderful to be able to add a little bit of gratitude here. So when you're flipping back through your weeks, you can see what it was that stood out to you on that particular week. So all of the months go just like so. And then in the very back, you have a good bit of note pages as well. And let me see. Yeah. So what I like at this point here is you can date it and then write the topic, or I mean, you could do whatever you want here, but she has a nice section at the top there to where if it's notes that you're taking at, you know, a class or something, you can have the specific date to keep track of, but plenty of note pages. And with this type of binding, I'm usually not a fan of the O-wire, but I had no problem whatsoever using this. And as you can see, like it flips super easy. And I was incredibly happy about that because I have a major love-hate relationship with this type of binding. So very, very excited. This is no longer the J. Lynn Designery again, it's Workspacery, and I will leave all of the information for these planners down below. But I highly, highly, highly recommend you check her out. She has other amazing stationery items. She has a content calendar for those of you who are content creators, and she has tons of just great stationery. So I definitely recommend you check out her website. And again, I will leave that down below. So moving on, this is my current planner, and you guys have already seen and heard me talk about my passion planner if you're a current follower of mine. If not, then yes, I am obsessed with passion planner. So this is my planner that I am using this year. And I'm not gonna go through everything with this. It's gonna be a lot shorter than the other ones because I have already a few videos on my channel. So go check those out if you wanna see more with the Passion Planner. I will just open up though to a blank spread, and I'll just quickly tell you what I love so much about this Now, like I mentioned earlier, I do not go off of a time schedule. I work in a physical therapy clinic. My schedule is there on my computer. I have a program that I follow, so I don't have appointments. But on days where I do have appointments, I can still use the timeline. If I don't need it, then I just use it as, and you can kind of see here, I just use it to make bullet points. So it's super, super flexible. You don't have to follow it, you know, with the timeline. You also have your personal and work separated. So that's fantastic as well. I don't use the work section, but I know a ton of people do need something, you know, for keeping track of work tasks. But what I do is I will just sometimes put washi tape or whiteout over it and then turn that into like my shopping list. Or if I want to draw a habit tracker, I will go ahead and make that. Do what you want with it. This, even though it's already laid out, it has structure, but it doesn't limit you to just this. And Passion Planner has a ton of free printables on their website. They have a habit tracker printable that can go right in this section. They have a water tracker, workout tracker, extra note pages. I mean, check it out. It's great. And it's free. Like, it's free. So again, I will washi tape, you know, an extra note page in here. So that way, when I'm done with it, I just, you know, pull it right out, toss it. It's not bulking up my planner. So love it. Love, love, love. So this is my 2019 planner that I'm using. Okay, we're at the home stretch. Last, but definitely not least, my beloved Happy Planner. Now, when I first started planning, I used a Happy Planner, and this company just holds a very special, you know, place in my heart. So major pros to me. Obviously, with the disc system, it's customizable. They have so many different inserts. They have meal planning. They have habit tracking. There's extra note, you know, pages that are half sheets. They have sticky notes like these that you can put in. And I mean, they have so much. And with that customizability, you can pretty much turn this into whatever planner you want. If you want it to be a fitness planner, okay, that's what it is. Get some of the, you know, snap-in fitness lists and note pages that they have, or they even have the separate, you don't have to buy the actual whole planner. They have the separate extension packs for budgeting, for fitness, for just basic wellness. I mean, there's so many options. So you can really transform this planner into whatever you need. Now, it is going to be a little bit more fancy of a planner. You know, they get into the color and everything. So they, most of their planners are very colorful. I'm not huge into that much color. This one, I was lucky enough to win this in a giveaway on Instagram, and it was actually my favorite one from the 2019 line because I'm a sucker for blues and silver and all that good stuff. It's neutral enough for me. So let me turn to, okay, yeah, I went crazy with I saw someone decorate theirs and it looked super cute, and I just wanted to see if I could do the same thing. And it was too much. It was too overwhelming. I was not a fan of it. This is definitely more my style. I just want to see, like, bam, okay, that's what this is. I don't need extra craziness to draw my eye everywhere else except for, you know, that appointment or task. So this is just, it is organized. It is calming to me. This is fun for like a minute when I'm looking at it, but when I need to get stuff done, I'm like, oh my God, stickers. Wait, what am I looking at? Okay, yeah. So that my brain just goes everywhere. Anyways, so I really enjoy a functional spread in the Happy Planner. this is what a blank page looks like. Very generous size boxes. You have your sidebar here for whatever your needs are. Let me turn to one of my recent weeks. Okay, here we go. And here, sorry for the noise. They have awesome snap-in bookmarks. I love to be able just to like flip right to what I need. I hate fishing around and searching for like that exact page. So they have a ton of different bookmarks that are, you know, full of different sayings or just nice and basic. This was from a pack. It had 3 and they had kind of the silver foiling on them. So they're nice and basic. So I enjoy that. So this is kind of just how I use it as my get shit done planner. I don't follow like, okay, morning, afternoon, evening. I just kind of put things where my brain thinks they should be. So some days I use this top one as like, okay, this is where I'm gonna have my big reminder for the day. You know, my appointments was one thing where I was like, I want to see that as my first thing. And then I can write down, you know, some of my errands or tasks, but there was really no rhyme or reason for how I did this. It just kind of was where I felt it needed to go. And I loved this layout. It was just so great for me. And so with these blank pages, I'll turn actually. I did a little bit of memory keeping as well. But these, oh, here's one of these expense trackers, one of these half sheets. So I keep track of my expenses during the week. But this is one of their half sheets, one of many that I have. But here's a blank spread. So I love having this blank canvas. And again, it's not too colorful. It's not distracting. So you can add your stickers or highlighters or colored pens, whatever you want, or just keep it basic. So this planner, I will probably be jumping in and out of this one. Like I said, I did start using it for some memory planning. But if I feel like I'm at a point where I need more customization and I need to have access to more things like this, you know, with trackers and stuff that I don't want to be bothered with having to draw or use a sticker for, I will most likely jump into this planner. Because like I said, it holds a very special place in my heart and the customizability is just phenomenal. So that is the Happy Planner. Now in the back, some of my finance stuff that I have in the back, don't need to see that. In the back, they typically do not have notes. I added note pages in here. So we've got another bookmark, my check it off half sheets. I have for my brain dump here, so a ton of different half sheets. If you need, you know, to have like your cleaning schedule or kids schedule, you've got this half sheet. So a lot of different ones. And I just have some extra note pages in the back here. So unfortunately, you do have to buy those things separately from the planner itself. But honestly, they have sales all the time. And like a pack of those half sheets can be like $3. Incredibly affordable. So as long as there's a sale at Joann's or Michael's, this system is very affordable, especially for all that you can do with it. I love that. Absolutely love it. Okay, so enough rambling. That is it, guys. So like I said, if you want more specific details about any of these planners, let me know down below because I would be more than happy to go into detail. But, you know, just recapping, these planners I have used either, you know, in the past for a long time, but these were ones that I used this last year and still really, really love and enjoy. These are my top weekly planners, my absolute favorites. So I hope this kind of helped give you some ideas of what might work best for you, or at least was entertaining. If you liked this video, please give me a big thumbs up, and I would love it if you would consider subscribing. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you again very soon in my next video. Take care. Bye.